taboo. Reality versus exhibition. It's Real Talk. The Daily High on Real Talk Chimp.
Hey, this is Rabbit Chimp 805 on Real Talk Chimp, and I am currently playing Dawn of Man on the PlayStation 4, and of course broadcasting through YouTube. This is Monday, February 10th, 2020, and it is the Daily High. And I've got with me Chimp Dimp, and we've got a new one on the screen with us, Primate42. What's up, buddy?
How's it going?
Good. And what game are you playing right now?
I'm actually checking out Apex Legends Season 4. Kind of took a break over Season 3, but I've been missing it, so jumping back into it.
And then we hear the shit from the Chimp Dimp. So Primate42, you got a YouTube page you want to give a holler out to?
Yeah, you can check me out, Primate42 on YouTube. I do gaming videos, mostly live streams, a little bit of everything. So just whatever I happen to feel like playing that day. I just throw those up, have a little fun, and yeah.
And that's how you roll. Chimp Dimp, what you playing?
Grand Theft Auto Online.
Nice. And what are you shitting? I heard you shitting.
I just stole some gold from this bank, and like everybody in the lobby was trying to kill me. But I was able to deliver the gold.
Nice. Okay. Was it an actual mission that you were sent out on, or was it?
If you have the Terabyte, which is a vehicle you can buy, you can steal gold like every 15 minutes from like these bank robbers, and everybody in the lobby who has a Terabyte would see that you're stealing gold and would try to steal it from you. And I had like several people trying to steal from me.
That is funny.
Yeah, that's the kind of BS Rockstar does.
Right. Well, that's how they got to roll, right? The Midget Panda sent me a message saying that she's working late at her job and probably won't be able to join us. So, she could join us if she tuned into the stream, watched the stream, and communicated us on the stream,
Sure.
In fact, Jim Dimp, you need to write Midget Panda. Uh-oh, we're getting attacked by cave hyenas again. We have to sound the alarm. Oh God, that's a big hyena. That is a big hyena. That is another big hyena. No, I don't want rocks. I want this hyena right here. Come on, people, wake up. I know the kids get in the tent. Let's see what happens here. So yeah, this is Dawn of Man. It's basically an Age of Empires, a civilization type game where you start with nothing and basically start building your world until it becomes a base defense, which it is right now. And we're down to 21 people. We had 23 people. We lost 2 people in our last one. Oh, looks like we didn't lose anybody yet, and we did kill the 2 hyenas that came in, which is right here. The dog. This is one of our dogs. I killed one of our dogs, though. That's sad. But at least we can chop our dog up and make food. All right.
You eat your dogs on that game?
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. In fact, dogs and people get sick. So sometimes, you can sacrifice a person, because they're sick. You don't have medicine back in 10,000 BC, at least none that these people have figured out yet. They haven't quite figured out that they can take certain leaves and make medicinal plants. And in fact, they haven't, I guess, totally figured out that they could smoke medicinal plants. What a segue into the Daily High, folks. That's right, where we talk about drug addictions and alcohol addictions, and then the fun we have with said drugs and alcohol. Why not roll the right way with the blunt, yo? Last week, I was talking about the top 20 new hybrids and seed concoctions and goodies like that. But when you want to know about weed, you turn to the right weed smoker. And that weed smoker today happens to be, dun dun dun, Primate 42. What's on your palate? What's on your what's in your roll? What's in your pipe? What's down in your stem? Tell us all about what you got going.
I'm not sure the strain or anything like that. It's decent though. It's just what I could find at the time, you know.
Are you buying from a dispensary? Are you growing it on your own?
No.
You buying it from a dealer, yo?
Eh.
Plead the fifth.
Say that. Yes, you say that. Yeah, we'll go with the fifth. We'll go with the fifth.
Are you smoking sativa or a an indica or a hybrid? What do you prefer?
Seems more like a sativa, I guess.
Nice. Kind of keeps you a little couch locky. Got to enjoy. I know that I didn't get to it.
Not too sleepy, not too, drowsy or whatever. Yeah. Good for gaming.
Yeah, perfect for gaming. I've tried different strains of weed to try and gaming. Grand Theft Auto 5 and weed, not a good combination because of course you try driving, you crash into everything, or you end up in a ditch just like in real life. I guess if you got a little indica buzz, maybe you could drive a little bit better, get a little bit more crazy, but nah. Chimp Timp, I've got a question for you.
Yeah?
Do you know the 5 kinds of drugs?
Nah, I'm not interested in all that.
Well, alrighty then. I will give it to you. Prescription, regulated contents are known. Over-the-counter, natural, pain relievers, illegal, not regulated, unknown contents. How do I know these things? Because I wrote them down, of course. Do you know how to classify drugs, Chimp Timp?
No.
It's the form, effect, the source, the legality, the classification, or how it's used or what it's used for. Okay. Do you know any names for like illegal or illicit drugs, Chimp Timp?
Let's see. Cocaine, marijuana, crystal meth, PCP, bath salts. What else? Molly. I mean, there's a whole bunch. Ecstasy. I don't know all of them, but I think that's the majority of them.
God, for a guy that doesn't know anything about drugs, you sure know a lot. Marijuana and hash give you THC. LSD, PCP, the cyclobin, mescaline, those are hallucinogens.
I just hear the stuff on TV. That's how I know all that. I don't know what they all do to you, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm giving you an idea. Codeine, opium, morphine, heroin, and methadone are opiates. Caffeine, nicotine, amphetamines, meth, cocaine, those are stimulants. Barbiturates, alcohol, tranquilizers, those are depressants. Gasoline, solvents, paint, nitrous oxide.
What do you do with gasoline, by the way?
Those are inhalants. You inhale the gasoline. You inhale paint, like solvents and stuff, different chemicals.
Yeah.
I actually saw an episode of that My Strange Addiction show. There's some chick
Yeah?
that drinks gasoline.
Oh my
what
God!
the fuck?
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Doesn't that poison you?
It does. Very much so.
She's
don't
gonna
drink
die.
gasoline, kids.
She's gonna die at like age 35
That's
or something.
some other way to get your jollies. Don't go drinking gas. Yeah. Like, on the show, they said like her liver and like all her internal organs are like slowly dying because of it.
Oh
ridiculous.
man,
Yeah.
she's basically
She's young,
killing
too.
herself.
I think she was like 17, maybe 18 or something. Like, and she'd been doing it for like 2 or 3 years at that point. I think whenever they.
So she basically killed herself, basically slowly.
Well, hopefully she stopped now. I mean, You know, they had doctors and everything talking to her on the show, just trying to
I
explain
mean, isn't there a point
how
where
bad
like
that is.
it can't even if she stops, it's too late for her?
Probably.
There's a lesson to be learned here. Don't drink gasoline.
Yeah,
Probably
definitely.
not a
Don't-
good thing.
Don't drink gas. Don't drink gas or paint solvents or any. Of
You know
that
what we
stuff.
used to
It's
do
like,
when we were like in grade school or just after like 7th grade? We used to snort liquid paper. We used to
like the whiteout.
whiteout. We'd pour it into a bag and we'd huff it. And I remember this girl that overdosed huffing like paints and solvents and stuff. And I remember going to her funeral when I was in 9th grade.
Oh wow.
And she was dating my buddy, and we had to go to her. And she was in 9th grade, dude, and she overdosed from huffing paints and doing all that gasoline. I remember my buddy used to literally just like take a trash bag, get inside of the trash bag, not his whole body, but just his head and his shoulders, and then wrap it around the tailpipe of a motorcycle while the other guy revved the motorcycle, and he would inhale the exhaust from it. I mean, there's a lot of things kids will do when they don't have access to drugs and pills and stuff. I mean, steroids. There's another one. People were using steroids like it was nothing until they didn't see the adverse effects from steroids for a long, long time. I mean, what was that one wrestler that was in the movie Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man? Oh, God, what was his name?
I'm not sure.
Well, I got to look him up. I'll tell you who I'm talking about here. You'll know what I mean when he got steroids and got super sick. Oops. I'll tell you in just a moment. Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man. It was a 1991 film, which I got to do security on, which is super cool. That was Mickey Rourke. You remember when Mickey Rourke started using steroids, and he went from this skinny James Dean type actor to this huge, bulky fucking guy where he was in the movie called The Wrestler, and how he had his nervous breakdown and stuff like that, and how steroids destroyed his life. Basically made his wiener fall off. So,
Damn.
Wait a minute, his wiener fell off?
his
That's
wiener
a bad
fell
day.
off.
How does that even happen? Or were you just joking?
I don't know. He got really sick from it. And so, from steroids. I just had to go look that up. I forgot the movie. Wow, that movie was in 1991. That's so crazy. Loco. Anyway, so why do you think, Jim Tim, why do you think people use illegal and illicit drugs?
Because they're idiots.
Is that the only reason why?
Yeah, pretty much.
Could it be curiosity?
A little bit of that.
Could it be
Maybe
self-medication?
An escape.
It could be pure influence, availability, addiction, status, or power.
Don't know, man. I don't see how you gain power by just getting a high off of anything.
A lot of doctors, a lot of lawyers, a lot of Congress people. They get wrecked because they think they can do it because they're narcissistic. Maybe they have an Oedipus complex. Maybe it's about love and relationships that have gone on. Anyway, I was starting to talk about the top 20 new things. Let me see if I can find that list where I put it. Oh God. Let's see. Where did I put that list of top 20?
So,
Not
what exactly did you do when you did security at a making of a movie? Who are you exactly guarding again?
When I worked on like the movie sets,
Yeah.
it was okay. So basically, generally I worked an overnight shift. I worked graveyard shift. So my shift was like 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. So once they would stop filming, they would basically lock up their stuff behind a gate, or they would have like vehicles on the street that needed to be watched. They had like clothing and just whatever. It's just like a normal place. like you would be
Yeah.
guarding anywhere else. So, look at the raindrops on the water are pretty sick, pretty realistic, and the water itself is pretty realistic. But
When you
yeah, it's just like guarding anything else. I will tell you this, even though I signed a confidentiality, I had to sign just about everything I did. I will tell you this: on a certain movie, I defiled somebody's trailer.
okay,
I'm not going to tell you who
I'm
for the
not gonna
repercussions,
ask.
but
I-
I will tell you this: I had to take a dump so badly. I went into this person's trailer that was treating me like shit the entire day. This person, I mean, like, was straight up. I am the boss. I say what goes. I. There's no team and I. Was just a total cunt. So I had some street food, L.A. street food, and it went right to my intestines, and I freaking took a massive dump.
So was this in? May I ask? Was this on a toilet, or I mean, in a toilet, or was it like on his floor?
No, it was in a toilet in their trailer.
Oh, technically, you didn't do nothing illegal.
Well, other than the
so-
fact that they didn't want anybody taking a dump in said trailer because it stinks up the trailer, right?
Yeah, but technically, that's not illegal
Well,
unless
no.
you count.
I mean, I
unless you
basically went into their property and defiled
Yeah, that
their
would be
toilet.
trespassing at that point.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when you're a dickhead to people. People do shit like that. No pun intended, by the way.
Hey, a new human was born.
Hey, can you answer this? When you worked at that company for the movie company, did you actually have to like call the police on somebody for trying to steal stuff?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about a security guard. Okay, so like a security guard, you observe and you report. That's your job. Your job isn't to actually physically go and hey, welcome back.
Sorry
Your
about that.
your job isn't
Technical
to.
difficulties.
Oh yeah, no problem, bro. Your job isn't to go and that's weird. Why won't you let me put this storage unit there? That's super weird. All right, fine. I guess I won't put it there. But anyway, yeah. So like I've had somebody like come onto the property that I couldn't handle myself, or my partner couldn't handle. Somebody that was like tripping on on back then I don't think it was Molly's, but just tripping on whatever. And
Yeah.
I've had to call like LAPD and say, I'm observing so and so on the property wearing this outfit, and have to write a report as they come and arrest or they come and detain the person. So yeah, absolutely. You'd have
What
to
an
call law
asshole! I'm
enforcement.
gonna kill you for that. Oh, my bad. Sorry, what were you saying?
I don't know. After that threat, I don't know what I'm saying.
No. Sorry about that. A guy in the Batmobile was going around killing people, and I got blown up by that guy in the Batmobile. I'm sorry.
Batman's on a murdering spree.
Yeah, apparently, right? I mean, I always knew that he was a dark character. He was a dark knight and all, but
Yeah, legit. Like, no lie. Like, how there's a Batman vehicle, like, type vehicle? He
Yeah.
killed me with that. He ran me over, and I said to him, I'm going to kill you for that because he's just going around killing people.
that is interesting. Alrighty then. I like it.
Because here I was just minding my business, asking you a question about security questions. And out of nowhere, a guy in a Batmobile just runs me over.
Very nice. Alright, so
So literally, that's all a security guard does is just observe and report.
that's it. That is the job of security guard, is to observe and report. Now, there are some security guards that are higher up on the food chain. They have the ability to use the powers to arrest, and they have the ability to actually detain somebody in handcuffs, for law enforcement to come and pick them up. There are some security guards that are higher up in the food chain that are able to carry a weapon, carry
Yeah.
a gun, what have you, as a means to, I guess.
I really want to kill that
Starting
dude
to
in that
snow.
Batmobile. He's really agitating me.
Yeah, it's Grand Theft Auto, man.
I did nothing to this idiot.
It sounds like a 6-year-old.
It is. It probably is. Hey, see, that's the funny thing about this game, is that they don't want people under like 18 playing this game, but yet we got kids that be running around and like flying cars, blowing people. It's really annoying.
Yeah, it has to happen that way.
That's just the nature of that game.
Right? Trader
Yeah,
doesn't really have anything here for me.
The rating system in this game the rating system in this country is stupid. Because it doesn't actually stop kids from playing the games.
See,
It's more like...
Yeah.
Oh,
ahead,
my bad. Sorry, go.
Oh,
no,
no,
you go.
I was going to say there's a trader that shows up, a trader, not like a TRAI.
Yeah.
TRAITOR. That's the one that's like goes against you and stuff like that. A trader, a TRADER, a trader that comes and trades, and that you barter with them. You give them stuff that you've made, and they give you stuff that they have. Sometimes it's food, etc. Dry skin or leather, stuff like that. But this trader lately hasn't been bringing much. So very strange. So I could do that and that, and that'll be even trade. But we're coming into winter now. I don't know if you're not watching the stream, but
I'm trying to kill this kid.
That didn't sound good.
Okay, listen. I gotta start rephrasing my sentences.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to go kill this person. He may be a kid. He may be a grown ass man, but he keeps killing me in a Batmobile type vehicle.
Okay.
Batman.
You guys are aware there's like a vehicle that kind of looks like the Batmobile from the Dark Knight Rises. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually don't want to kill nobody in real life. I'm talking about the game, not in real life, just in the game.
All right. Well, I found a patch of flint right here. Well, that's copper. I'm not in the copper age yet, too.
But no lie, people that play these Grand Theft Auto games, they sound like psychopaths.
They do worry me a little bit. The game's too violent, which is why I don't play. I mean, the fact that 6-year-olds are playing that game as well it's a shame, because that is the most violent video game.
It really is. The amount of ways you can kill, the different ways you can kill people in Grand Theft Auto alone is extremely disturbing.
But the fact that you can't blow them to pieces, and I mean, is there blood in that game? There's blood in the game, right?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
I mean, you can burn. You know how the people on the Highway of Death, they were basically burnt crispy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can do that to people, but you can't blow them to bits.
Right.
I'm trying to look for that psychopath guy in the Batmobile. Oh, there you are.
So we're in the winter right now, so we try to pull a lot of the jobs away, so people don't have to feel that overburdened with work. Clearly you're not going to chop that tree down, so let's get rid of that. I'm not going to chop that tree as well. Or that. Why is my dog just randomly sitting over here? No, I don't want to slaughter a dog. What is that right there? So you can also kind of freeze time in your world. It also has a primal vision. It's a baby wolf.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so you can see like where there's. So basically, you're controlling this. So you're obviously God, and you're controlling, all your whatever you call these things here, people, I guess. So you can help them or you can harm them, but of course I'm not. The cool thing about this game is I'm playing free play right now. I started with nothing and I worked my way up. It's snowing now. It looks like we're about to. The seasons go by kind of quickly, even though I have it on. I'm not speeding up the time or anything. It's just regular time. The seasons do go pretty quickly in here, though. I mean, you can get through a year in about 10 minutes. You know, that's
Yeah.
I don't know like what the actual time, like in years, is currently right now. We're in the Mesolithic, so I'm assuming like if I look up, the time. Let's see, the time between Paleolithic. So let's see. The time between Paleolithic and Mesolithic is what? I don't know what.
I don't know, a couple thousand years.
Right, I'm trying to find out right here. What is meant by the Mesolithic age? Of or relating to the culture period of the Stone Age, between the Paleolithic and Neolithic periods, marked by the appearance of microlithic tools and weapons and by changes in the nature of settlements. Noun. The Mesolithic period, also called the Middle Stone Age. Okay. It doesn't actually tell me like where. So like if I started in 10,000 BC, and obviously 10,000 as you go forward before you get to AD, before you get towards Christ, because BC is technically before Christ or before whatever. I've tried to explain all that in my paranormal show. Oh, do you like ghosts and UFOs and things like that? There.
Oh, what happened, Grandma?
Primate.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've got
in a sci-fi sense.
Oh, okay. I have a
I think it's early tomorrow.
paranormal show on Thursdays.
Oh, okay.
So.
No.
Okay.
I don't need to. This is an easy chapter.
Let's see. A lot of micromanagement in this game. I mean, tons of micromanagement. So, subsisting.
Oh my god, that guy's gonna fly into me like a 9/11 type event.
That's not good.
You know, I actually kind of did that to my friend on Xbox One. I flew right into him, and the blood was on the windshield. It was kind of disturbing.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah, I did that.
You just come on. It's Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto is meant to take all your craziness out on pixel people. As long as you don't do it in real life. But look, there's been shooters, school shooters, and young people that have blamed video games for their crime, crime waves and things like that. So, and it's a shame.
But that's because they got mental health problems. I just have fun in games because it's just a game. I know better not to do this shit in real life. That's just sickening.
Right. And suddenly I hear, flip on the TV and see that Chimp Dimp is in a high-speed chase through Virginia, then I know you've got problems.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
All right.
Nah, man, I'm not a psychopath.
Happened, you heard it here first. It wasn't the video games.
That's right.
Nah,
It
man.
was another motive.
We predicted it.
It wasn't Grand Theft Auto.
Nah, man, I'm not no psychopath. Just because I kill people in a game does not mean I'm a psychopath in real life.
No, I could have. Oh,
Anyway, Rabbit Champion, you also own Grand Theft Auto, so wouldn't that also, based on your logic, make me question what's your sanity like?
My sanity is completely mental. I play video games where I control old men and make sure they go to their tent to go to sleep.
Oh, that's good.
This old man is on his last leg here. He looks like he's getting ready to die. That means when he dies, hopefully.
Do you ever get a job working at a nursing home or a hospital? Because of video games.
Yep. There he goes. There goes my old man running into his tent. Go to sleep, old man. That's another crazy thing about this game is you have the old people will start wandering around, and they'll even like when you click on them, it'll straight up say like their sanity. It'll say like doesn't know where to go or what to do when you click on it. Morale was low because of age or something. Like right now, I'm clicking on him, Oh wait, this is not a him. I'm sorry. This is a her. It says, and they all have names. Every person you have in here has a name too, which is super cool. So this lady's name is Aki. Her name is, she's an adult woman. Looks like her spiritual looks like she hasn't eaten, which doesn't make any sense. There we go. Come on, eat your food. We have food. We have an abundance of food. Even though we're in the winter right now, we have an abundance. Like if I zoom in, we have, look at all that meat that's drying on the dryer outside. We have fish drying out there as well. So literally, you can click on somebody, and then you can like go up here to the camera and actually play as that person. I mean, you still have a ghost camera, but you can actually just focus on that one particular person. I mean, look at the fire. The fire is super realistic.
Hey, Robert Chimp, but do you live in a part of California where you can watch the high-speed chases live on TV and then go outside to see it?
Like they did in The Office? Not where I live. I live kind of in the sticks. Although there has been high-speed chases on our freeway I've heard about. I've been like right in the middle of a high-speed chase once. Just going home from work one day, I seen somebody go flying past me. And people drive super fast in LA anyway. Most of the time, if you're not stuck in traffic, then you're basically, if you're lucky to be on an open highway where it just opens up, people will take advantage and go 100 miles an hour if they can, you know. So, but yeah, I've been like driving home from work up the 405 North and have a car go flying past me, but on the shoulder, and then turn, look in the rearview mirror and see all these cops. So everyone starts to move over, and so yeah, and then I flip on the radio and hear that it's a high-speed chase going on up, northbound 405. That was exciting and a little scary at the same time. But most of the time, the high-speed chases, I don't hear about them until I flip on the news or look on like Twitter or something. But yeah, it's definitely possible. I mean, there's high-speed chases in every single state within the United States, and there's high-speed chases in Europe too. Imagine a high-speed chase on the Autobahn. We're going 200-300 miles an hour in like a Lamborghini Diablo or something, getting chased by those police. Imagine that.
Oh, that's insane.
That would be crazy, right? That'd be dope. That would be dope. Speaking of high-speed chases,
that would be.
What about you? You've never seen a high-speed chase before?
I have. One time in Pennsylvania when I was visiting my family there, they were just flying down the street getting chased by the cops.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is. You just see a car just flying down the road being chased. It's so stupid.
The messed up thing about high-speed chases, 99% of the time, the people are caught and or killed by law enforcement, or they total their car in a car accident. And yet you would think people would learn their lesson and not do it, not try to evade the police. But people do a high-speed chase every single day. There's at least 10 high-speed chases. Yeah. And you would think that people would just get a fucking clue and not do it unless they just don't care. They're suicidal, I guess, maybe, or they think
they don't want to go to jail.
They don't want to go to jail, but they're going to go to jail when they get caught. Regardless. So.
Yeah, they should just do the time and get it over with.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you get more time on you if you run than just whatever charge you're going to get anyway.
Course. Yeah. So I'm playing this game Dawn of Man, and I have it focused on this one particular person. We've already watched her eat, sleep, drink from the lake, and now she has a tool in her hand. I mean, the glitches in the rocks and stuff like that is just because it's a follow camera, and you see everything. The camera doesn't discern between ground and trees. She just walked right through a rock, and she's basically walking through the ground. Yeah, go ahead.
You know that A-10 aircraft they got in GTA 5? I just killed somebody in it.
Nice. Yeah, that thing is crazy. That thing's got the chain gun on it, and you can shoot missiles with it.
Yeah.
That's the one thing Grand Theft Auto is missing. If it had the destruction capabilities like the Battlefield franchise and the destruction...
Oh my god.
you imagine
It'll be
buildings actually coming down and stuff?
Yeah, that would be pure chaos.
That would be sick, though.
You would just throw in the lobby and see all the buildings collapse because some asshole decided to blow it up or fly planes into it.
Damn right.
Yeah.
That would be pretty. See, that would be realistic, and that would be cool. I mean, the game is realistic enough, but that would be super cool. You know.
Yep. I could just see somebody going to the airport, flying the plane into the nearest building just because they're assholes.
That's true. I mean, what it could do is like every hour the buildings would get rebuilt, just automatically reset. You know, like every 24 hours game time, 24-hour game time, which is usually like 5 minutes or 10 minutes for a 24-hour period. Just like most video games, like the video game that I'm playing, you know, whereas mine doesn't actually go night and day. It has night and day, but it's usually a week goes by, you know. Like, I'm in real time right now watching this woman. I have no idea where she's going. Let me see what her card says. Let's see where she's going here. Let's see, where are you going? You got an axe in her hand. She walked right through a tree. So let me see, where is she going?
Maybe
she's got
somebody a question.
Yeah, she's going to chop some flint. I don't remember how far. Where is it at? I think it's. Oh, here it is. It's right here. So here's the flint. And she didn't take a cart with her. Why would she go this hella long way by herself? I realize she's an adult woman and she can handle herself. I mean, she's got a spear on her. She's got a pick on her, and she's got pretty good clothing. But why don't she didn't bring anybody with her? And let's see. No, let's deselect that. She's coming over here to get that. Yeah, she didn't bring anybody with her. She could have brought a cart with her. You know?
Yeah.
So I don't know, what season are we in? Let's see. She went super far out here. Super far out here. She has to walk with all that. Why couldn't she just come over here and get that? I don't get it. I don't know why some of these people go so far away to get stuff. Let's get back over here.
You know, you can steal and sell drugs in online portion of the game of Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Like if you have the Hangar DLC, which is basically like you can steal a whole bunch of stuff. You can steal drugs, like artwork and all kinds of other stuff. But one of the items you can steal, of course, is drugs, and like you get a lot of money just selling it. Yep. And if you own the motorbike club, you can also sell drugs there as well.
All these people are walking around like they're starving to death. I don't get it. This guy's eating. Okay, good. He's good. Now he's going out to get to drink. This is an old man. Another old woman. It looks like an old man with a beard, but I must be losing it. This human has low stats. They will perform tasks at reduced efficiency. So this one looks like she's close to death here. This old woman here. And hopefully, if she passes away, then we'll get a new baby in the group. I haven't gotten past. Well, I had 23 people at one time. We're at 22 now. I lost a couple of them to the attacks, the animal attacks. So. Let's see if we can get some of that. I think we're actually able to find hay. So that's good. These are my little rock piles here. Flint and other things, wood piles. I don't have the ability to make defenses yet, like walls and things like that, so. But everybody works, even the little babies work. I mean, this is
child labor.
Yeah, I got Eichmann is a little girl. She's going to the food dryer. She's bringing some fish to the food dryer. But I finally got high enough to where I was able to make these carts, these sledge. They look like sleds, basically. You know, and they can haul their lumber and stuff around and food and stuff. But I'm not sure why. Let's see what we got going in here. Okay, you guys made everything. Okay. So... don't have to keep making that. We have... apparently... oh, what did we just lose? We lost a house. I think we lost a house. Oh, shit. The hell was that? I just lost a storage unit. Alright, let's build this a storage unit. Okay. I think we just lost a house.
Oh, that's in Korean.
Excuse me?
This one building has a Korean written on it.
Oh, you're driving through Koreatown?
No, I guess so in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, there's a Chinatown in there. You're probably rolling through Chinatown, and I'll tell you one thing.
That was definitely Korean. I can actually tell between Korean, Japanese, and Chinese. Even though I can't read it, I can just make out with the different characters.
Right. Well, you're probably in the Wilshire area, thinking of L.A. Okay, so Wilshire Boulevard runs right through Koreatown, Chinatown. There's no Japantown. There's nothing like that, but
you know Washington, D.C. has a Chinatown as well?
I know that every state has a segregated area. When I went to Chicago, when I was a little kid, I went to Chicago, and going out there, boy, the segregation out in Chicago was crazy. I'll tell you what, another place that was crazy was Georgia. Like Alabama and the lower states there, Panhandle and stuff. The segregation between black and white there, at least when I went there, was I went there probably, I think, when I was like 12 years old with my folks. The segregation between blacks and, like, you go up to a restaurant like the Cracker Barrel. It's a Cracker Barrel, right? Just a regular restaurant.
Yeah.
You had a door that said blacks only and a door that said whites only.
Wait a minute, I mean, this was in the 70s or 80s, right?
This was in the 80s, and it shouldn't have been like that. Slavery ended it 200-300 years ago, and yet there's still segregation in the United States.
No, the word you were looking for was segregation ended many years ago.
Yes, it should have, but it hasn't. There are plenty of states that have.
That's crazy. It was still like that back in the 70s or 80s.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that it's still like that to this day. I mean, you can go through Chinatown and Koreatown and Mexican, you know, whatever they've got. You know, it just.
You do realize they're not all called that. Only Chinatown is called Chinatown.
No, because.
That's it.
But it's not necessarily segregation anymore because it's been named that for so long that people have basically look at it more of as a tourist type area now.
Yeah,
it's not necessarily segregated.
It was for pure racism back then.
Pure racism, pure segregation, exactly.
But officially, there were things called Chinatown, Mexican Town, where, like, you know, all these people from different cultures would be in one area. It was like that in the 1900s.
Exactly.
You know, like 1912 and all that. That was real, but officially Chinatown has always been just called Chinatown for the sake of calling it Chinatown.
Right. Speaking of Chinatown, Terra Italia is a CBD strain. It's from the breeder Female Seeds. I know that sounds weird that there's actually a breeder called Female Seeds, but there actually is. And
so are they? Hey, when you say breeder, are you talking about like a guy or a woman doing this, or
like a company, or just one guy in his bedroom? Like, basically, the Terra Italia CBD breed, it's bred by crossing a high CBD strain called Compolti. Sorry, God, my brain's not working. Compolti with a lemon kush, and it makes a high CBD strain, approximately 40 to 1 CBD to THC. In fact, the terpene profile is influenced by Meyer Scene and linalool, giving hints of musk, lavender, and citrus. Do you know what a terpene is? A tip.
Yeah.
Primate, you know what a terpene is, right? Terpenes?
I've heard of it.
Okay, it's basically so when you have a marijuana plant, marijuana has byproducts, right? When you start to chemically break it down, it has THC is the main drug, but there's other byproducts that come from marijuana. Terpenes are it's a fragment. It's an essential oil. It's secreted in differing concentrations in the cannabis strains. Okay, so when somebody says to you, well, like, how much THC is in there? Well, there's 22% THC, but if the terpenes are higher or thicker than the normal, then it's going to give you more of a high. It's going to give you a kind of a different thing. For instance, myrcene. Myrcene is another byproduct, and that's the thing that gives you that, like, you know, when you smoke a little bit too much and you suddenly feel like a zombie and you can't move. It's called couch lock. How do you know? You never smoked weed before, Chimpton.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, he says, yeah, like he's sitting there with blunt Mr. Snoop Dogg here.
Man, I don't smoke weed, man. I'm just joking.
All right, so anyway, so you get this couch lock feeling like you can't leave your chair. You feel like a zombie and you can't freaking move. What causes that is the myrcene, the byproduct of the terpene here. And the linalool is also, it's a critical component in the production of, say, vitamin E, amongst other things. So they have their benefits, just like, I mean, that's what the government doesn't seem to understand, as opposed to just a regular person, that while marijuana may be a Class A felony drug, the fact that it has so many properties of medicinal properties to it. Now, there are tons of plants that do this. In fact, 99% of the medicine that we take that are not made by, you know, biotech is made from medicinal plants. All your vitamins, you know, come from medicinal plants. I mean, the sun that produces vitamin D, vitamin E, the sun itself that produces this in its rays, in its UVA rays. I mean, there's, you know, the fact that some government entity decided that marijuana should be illegal, because the thing is, that marijuana doesn't have the hallucinogen properties, not like you know, mushrooms and things like that naturally coming from the earth as well. Lick a fucking toad. Warning. This broadcast and the broadcasters broadcasting this broadcast have potty mouths and play poopy games. You have been warned. I probably should have said that a moment ago, right? When we started. But
Yeah, right.
forgot about that warning there. But I mean, the fact that the government entities decided to ban certain things. I understand banning cocaine. I mean, cocaine's a stimulant. Cocaine will kill you. You could overdose from too much cocaine. You can't overdose. I'm starting to speak like this. I don't bloody know why. I don't fucking know. I started speaking like this and saying, but I digress. I don't know why that happens. But, yeah. Why are things illegal? Chimp, you need to run for Congress and make all things not illegal. The trader has arrived. Let's see what the trader brings. I've got plenty of that. I don't need any more of that. We already have bread, so we don't really need to make flour. Leather. I don't really see anything. I don't see anything. Here, we have enough of these. Those are way too expensive. See, when you look at the price list of the things the trader brings, that means you want to like produce, like the flint spears cost 10, whatever 10 is, in their coins or whatever. So you want to produce it, you could sell it to the trader. You can sell stuff to the trader and make money, but the trader doesn't really seem to have anything I want, so tell you what, we'll take some grains from you. We'll take your flour. We don't need your bread. We'll sell you some flint. Nice even trade. Take care, Mr. Trader Person. So it looks like we're building a new house here. And the thing is just like Conan Exiles, just like all your other, survival type games. Things wear out, things break, tools break. So let's see what we can build here. Also, you don't want to do too much because people get pissed off when there's too much work to be done. So, what did I say? We have plenty of those. Let's see what happens when I do. Oh yeah, okay. That's it. I don't want the workload to get too high and people start bitching, pissing, and moaning. Okay, looks like we're about to lose this one here, so let's put in order to repair that. So we seem to be surviving okay. What happened to our carts? Did we lose our carts? Or let's build some carts. Transport. Alright, so that'll give you that. I'll give you this one here. There we go. I haven't gotten high enough to start making huts yet. I need to learn thatching, and I don't have enough knowledge points at the moment to get a new tech. And the new tech will take us into the Neolithic area. And that'll open up a whole new world of things. So they're primate.
Mm-hmm.
Do you only smoke marijuana, or is there anything? Do you smoke cigarettes, like nicotine?
Yeah, I do smoke cigarettes.
Yeah. Did you?
Occasional beer mixed with or something, shots. Every now and then.
I finally quit smoking cigarettes.
That's good. That's good. I need to.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, I got a question to ask you guys.
Sure.
All jokes aside, what causes... You said something about, like, couch lock or something lock.
Mm-hmm.
What causes that?
Okay, so...
Just being really, really stoked.
Yeah, if you just...
Basically.
The Meyer Scene, it's a byproduct of the terpenes in THC, in marijuana. And when you... generally, when you smoke a little bit too much... depending on what strain it is, you get what's known as couch lock, and it literally you literally feel like just a zombie that can't move.
Isn't Meyer Scene in fungus as well?
I don't.
Or is that something else?
No, it's entirely possible. I mean, let's take a look. Let's see what else Meyer Scene grow. What other Meyer Scene? Let's see, Meyer Scene. Nope. Why did you put a W in there? There's supposed to be an E. Look at Meyer Scene itself. Nope, I don't want to look at Meyer Scene terpenes. Meyer Scene, or whatever that symbol is, Meyer Scene is an alkene natural hydrocarbon. It is more precisely classified as a monoterpene Monoterpenes are dimmers of isopropanoid precursors, and Meyer Scene is a significant component of the essential oil of several plants, including bay, cannabis, and hops. There's a
Oh.
formula for it. There's a molar mass, a density, a boiling point, a melting point,
Hey,
classification.
they brought back your sock monkey.
My sock monkey. Are you gonna buy it?
Yeah. Nah, man, I don't have the $12. I only have 1,100. You know, it's $11.
Right. Right. And yeah, I like my sock monkey. But do they have a male or only a female?
It looks like it's only a male.
No, mine's a female. So is it a male or female?
It looks female. Yeah, my bad.
Okay. Yeah, I would get it if there was a male version, but the female one's fine. No, the problem is the tail gets stuck on everything. Like I notice if I'm trying to climb out of a building or something, it gets stuck on the stairs, or it's really bizarre. It shouldn't. I don't know why it should interact with anything else, but it does. Uh-oh. Cave hyena attack. Oh no! Get it. No. Don't kill my peoples. Shit. Oh, I just lost a person. I just lost a person. Oh, that sucks. That just sucks. You will all die. You will all die for murdering my human. I will kill you all. There you go. And you ask, what in the hell are you killing? That's right. All these hyenas will die.
No I in team. Grab a friend or 5 and tackle these games together. Explore now. Oh, these are all games. If you had the spare money, we could play.
Why are none of you people hunting these? They kill them all and let God sort them out. The cart. That sucks so bad.
Oh, yep. All these games are garbage.
What's that?
It was some deal. I mean, yeah, deal like with the games.
What? Tell me what game. Are you in the PlayStation Store?
Yeah, I'm trying to look for that fee. Oh, here it is. I can't find it now. Hold on, let me go back in. But basically, like it said, no I in team. Grab these multiplayer games and play with a friend or 5.
Are they talking about Fortnite and Apex?
No. One of the games was that zombie game, World War Z, and there was a couple other random indie games. I know they had Borderlands 3 and Borderlands 1.
Yay, I got new humans have joined. All these hyenas just killed a horse, I think. Or a cow. Aw. Fine.
Oh, look, Dead Rising, the first one, $6. That's a good game right there. I own it on CD, though.
How many thousands of times have you played it?
Okay, I can answer that. Okay, so officially, I only beat it once on the, Actually, no, I take that back. I beat it 3 times so far on the PlayStation 4, 5 times on the Xbox 360, because originally it was an Xbox, exclusive games. And then I beat it another 7 times on the Xbox One. And, yeah, there's your answer.
Nice.
Many times. For me, it's just an enjoyable game. And it's not a long game either. I mean, if you just do the main story missions, it's only like a 3-hour and 30-minute game. The special game modes you can unlock for doing certain things are way longer, which are like between 8 to 10 hours long.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really won't let me watch the dog? Why'd you put a camera up here? Here we go. So I'm watching the dog now. I'm watching the dog is going to go after a wild donkey. Now, the dogs came is I have the ability to capture like puppy wolves and stuff, and then domesticate them into our dogs.
Excellent.
And there's like different colored dogs. They're not all the same colored dogs, which is kind of cool. There are some white older dogs. You know, when they get old, they get white. What's up, Black Dragon Ruler?
Man, look, let me tell you about some old dogs, man. Look, we just shoot them in the goddamn head and call it a day.
Did he grow up in the 80s, Rabbit Chimp?
Did Black Dragon Ruler grow up in the 80s? I think he grew up in the 90s.
No.
I mean, if you want to technically, if you want to get technical about it, I was born in 97, so I grew up in the early thousands. But I'm still old enough that I also know how to properly use a VCR, so that counts for something.
Nice. And payphones?
I remember Blockbuster.
Right? Fucking loved Blockbuster. I spent a lot of money on Blockbuster.
Oh, yeah, I think everybody did, though.
Blockbuster was the shit back in the day, homie.
It was. Like, everybody used to go that. Like, on Friday nights, everybody used to do that shit.
Hey, we're going to Blockbuster?
Remember when they used to, like, make you rewind the movies?
Yeah. Be kind, please rewind. I still remember that sticker, man.
Yep.
I used to go around making songs out of that. Be kind, please rewind. I don't know.
Those were the good old days.
The good old-fashioned days.
Underwater.
When you could walk outside without getting shot. That was great. Wait, we grew up in different areas, didn't we?
Yeah, I never had that issue, by the way.
I had that issue. I still have that issue today.
My dog is underwater right now.
Hey, Rabbit Chimp.
Yeah.
When you were a kid, did you ever watch this TV show called Dragon Ball?
Well, of course.
No, I'm asking a Rabbit.
It doesn't sound familiar to me. Dragon Ball?
It came out in 1985.
Is it just like Blue Balls?
No, the original Dragon Ball.
The original one, which came out
Fucking
in 1985.
Red Ribbon Army and shit. Oh my god.
That was the best, man.
It's back in the day. Well, I grew up, I know it's not canon, but I always liked GT. GT was fun. I really like GT.
I really like the Dragon Ball Z, which is right after, the original Dragon Ball.
Hell, isn't Dragon Ball Z still technically going on today?
It technically is. They're still, translating into English. Even though
you're talking about fucking, like the original, like the Frieza and the Saiyan saga and shit.
Yeah. That they're still translating that shit in English.
Still?
Yep.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You have to remember, they made, I think just in Dragon Ball Z alone, 900 episodes, all spread out over all the years.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Dragon Ball. Man, that's way back in the day. That when my boy Goku still had his tail.
Yep. If you're wondering, Rabbit Shrimp, why they call it Dragon Ball, it's because there's these 7 Dragon Balls. If you get all 7, you could wish for anything. I mean, literally anything. If you wanted to become God himself, you could wish for that shit.
Well, see, no, there's a limit on Shenron's power.
Oh, yeah, but for
Shenron,
the regular...
Yeah, Shenron can only grant you the power that he has.
Yeah. Well, but there's the bigger Dragon Balls that there's unlimited power.
Oh, you talking about the ones that spread out across the galaxy?
Yeah, those, yep.
The Namekian Dragon Balls?
Yep, that's the ones where, if you wanted to become God himself, you could wish for it. But in the original series, original Dragon Ball, you could wish for $1 million, wish for somebody back to life if they died. Basically anything except for being God, you could wish for it.
Yeah.
Way back in the day, boy.
And they would go out all over the world and looking for them. And once they found it and wished for it, there was a 1-year waiting period until they could do it again.
Yeah, you have to fight them all over again.
Yeah. That's assuming nobody beats you to it.
Well, once Bulma made that radar, it's kind of fucking pointless.
Yep. She just gonna go out there and fly to them. You know that there was an episode where she was having her birthday party on a giant yacht, not a yacht, one of those cruise ships, and she just went out and got them as like a gift if you win like a little lottery system.
Oh, you're talking about whenever Hercule opened up the hotel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Way back in the day, boy. Way back in the day. You're telling me Rabbit Chimp doesn't know about Dragon Ball?
Oh, but there's also the possibility on his TV network, they may not have showed anime back then.
That is entirely possible as well.
I know in like the late 90s, like between 97 and 99, which I was alive for, they definitely did have Dragon Ball.
Oh my god, you guys know some shit? There are kids in high school today that were not alive when 9/11 happened.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I wasn't alive for the Dragon Ball to come out.
Welcome, Mom.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you, Mom.
Gracias, Monterey.
Mom.
My friend says thank you as well. Chimp, how old are you?
Which one?
Yeah, which one?
No, not Chimp Dimp. Rabbit Chimp. Rabbit Chimp, how old are you?
50.
You're 50? Are you married? Do you have any kids?
Been there, done that. Why are you wheezing so hard?
Done that. Gotcha. Mom!
Jesus!
You want your
H.
boyfriend?
Christ. Damn
He
right
plays
does.
video games.
Yes.
Men suck assholes. Well, fuck you too then.
Why are you wheezing?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
That sound?
Yeah.
That's just breathing normally for me.
That doesn't sound good, bro.
I've been smoking since I was 11 years old, so.
Yeah, maybe it's
That's
time to quit.
Maybe
I
it's
think
time to quit.
Hey, listen, even if you do quit, it sounds like you fucked yourself up bad.
Okay, give me a second. That's better. Just some snot stuck in that shit. Well, see you guys later.
Alright, it's a pleasure having you. Thank you. Goodbye. God damn it! The fucking hyena just killed another guy.
He seems like an okay dude, but there are times where he can be loud.
Yeah. These hyenas need to be taught a lesson, bro.
Go exterminate them. That's what real humans did back in the day.
They just fucking killed another one of my guys, and he's inside of a tin pile.
Why can't you just lead a war party to go kill the hyenas in their den?
I've been trying to.
Get like 30 people and go out and look for them and kill them, like what the real humans did back in the day.
Well, I did set them all to be slaughtered. They don't seem to want to go after them, and I don't know why. Here, I know I have these two coming here. 3 of them. Let's try to get this one here.
Primate 54, I know he's playing
42.
Apex Legends. 42? I know he's playing Apex Legends, but I'm here sitting in the party, looking at the party, and instead of showing the Apex Legends logo, it just shows a white controller. It's a weird glitch.
Oh, that's weird.
Yep.
So, Dragon Balls. God damn it.
And no, it has nothing to do with Dragon's balls, as in, like, it's balls.
I just lost another person. Another hyena has killed another person. Luckily, he killed an old man and not a youngin. Now the baby hyenas are gonna feed.
Look at that. They have all the DLC for the Sims 4.
Here's a trippy thing if you were watching the screen. The baby hyenas are actually sitting here next to their dead mother. That's interesting, right?
That's kind of sad, but I mean, you have to do what you got to do to stop them from killing like people, man.
Right. Well, the adults are all dead right now. I'll let the babies go. I don't think the babies are any threat.
In real life, they would die eventually because of starvation.
Right, but they wouldn't have their mother to show them where to.
Yeah. In situations like that in real life, it's sad to have to do that to an animal, but if you don't kill those types of animals, they will just keep killing you, man.
Right.
If I was in that situation in real life, I would have humanely killed the babies so that they wouldn't have to slowly starve to death like that.
Right. So anyway, yeah. So most of the adults have been taken out, which is a good thing. What is this right here?
Look at this. The Sims 4 just came out, and they have the perfect excuse to sell all their DLC for half off.
Oh, isn't that nice of them?
Yep.
The Sims 4 is such a piece of shit game.
Why do you, Rabbit Chimp? Why do you think they give us all these games? So they give you terrible games. They don't give you the good games. They give you the garbage games.
Exactly. You know what? It's just like when you go to buy a printer for your computer. They can sell you the printer for like $35, but the paper and the ink all cost like $100.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
Shit?
To make even more money off of you because they know you're just going to buy one printer for a while and that's it. Yep.
Amazing, huh?
Oh yeah, it's like saying why do they sell you a car, but then you got to buy your own gas for the car.
Motherfuckers. Give you another sledge right there. So we learned farming now. We are now farming. What is that? Resource decayed bread. That's great.
Eternity's Gate 2018. The Shape of Water. Blade Runner 2049. None of these movies interest me. Ex Machina. Right? Oh, that's a movie I got.
That was a cool movie. That was a cool movie.
It was. I bought that 1 month before I started like joining your streams. It's a pretty good movie. Yeah, it didn't surprise me that you may or may not have seen anime because when I was growing up in the late the middle, actually technically I was born in like the early 90s. So yeah, I grew up in the 90s and people claim that that were older than me in the 90s. They claim that anime will come on late at night, but not normally during the day. But I do know for a fact the Dragon Ball Z series it did come on during the day. And I'm thinking in the 80s, assuming you grew up in the 80s, assuming it came on, you would either that would be a separate channel you had to pay for, or just like in the 90s, it would come on at night, like late at night for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What is the difference between emmer, einkorn, and barley?
I don't know much about plants.
I have no idea.
Hey, look, Happy Feet.
Happy.
You never seen that movie?
Happy Feet?
Oh,
Yes, I have.
yeah, the penguins tap dancing and weird shit. HP80 is online. This fool waits so late to get on, man.
I mean, I would think, oh, this is the fall. I'm trying to plant in the fall. Okay. I think I got a pretty good sized farm here.
Hey, what's the drug that, it's like the white crack rock? Is that crack cocaine or is that just cocaine?
White crack rock? I mean, it could be crystal meth. It could be cocaine.
They usually like
like you see in movies. You mean?
Yeah. Like in the movies, like it's like it's like rock. Like if you put it in your mouth, it makes your mouth numb. You can snort it as well.
Like, I mean, I guess it's rock cocaine, but
yeah, rock cocaine. Like, how do the people just discover that shit? Did somebody literally just go into a laboratory and just make something like that?
Well, first of all, cocaine comes from a leaf, from the coca
but
leaf, right?
How do they figure out how to make it?
How do they process it? It's
yeah,
just like,
into
I
a
guess,
rock.
I don't mean aliens. I think it's alien technology, probably. Now, I don't know. I guess maybe a chemist was sitting in a lab one day and just somebody handed him, hey, take this plant and see what you can do with it. I mean, try to cut it with different things and see what you can do.
Because
I guess.
Like again, I don't use drugs or anything, but like you gotta wonder like with these the cocaine and the crack rocks or whatever you want to call it, how did fucking people just discover that random shit?
Right? How did they discover which fuel goes into your car? Who
By
knows?
experimenting.
Experimenting, I guess, right?
Yep. E.T. the Extraterrestrial. That's a good movie from the 80s.
That is a good movie. That was a fun movie. It's nothing like that, penis breath.
1982. Were you alive for 1982?
I definitely was alive in 1982.
I haven't seen E.T. since 1999.
I seen E.T. was on a couple of months ago on like HBO or something, I think. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Are you gonna go home? Like the alien?
Damn right I do. Why wouldn't I want to go home?
It's crazy they're making like I think it's either a remake or like a second movie for that.
Well, they've made millions of E.T. movies.
No, I mean like it's like it continues on from the original E.T. movie.
I mean, I guess it makes sense because when did the original E.T. movie come out? What year was that?
1982.
Are you serious? Fuck, dude. I wasn't even in high school yet when that movie came out. Let's see.
What were you, like in middle school?
I don't know. Okay, so if I graduated high school in 1987, and I would have been, I think, 18, how old would I have been in 1982?
Were you 18 in 87? Hello?
I don't know. I don't know how to calculate math.
Well, if I had how old you were.
Hey, there's people.
What?
There's people attacking me. There's people from another tribe. I didn't know they had other tribes in here. I'm getting attacked by other people. Where did these people come from? Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, this is where we're going to lose everybody now.
Nah, they're going to go in there and raid the place.
Killed one of them. Let's see. Chase them down. Chase them down and fucking destroy them. We get them all? Yes, we killed all the raiders, dude. And I don't know if we lost anybody though. But these raiders, they had we can't get their clothing and shit off of them or their weapons. I've never been attacked by other people. Where did they come from? It's funny that they're leaving their bodies there. They're not even.
If nobody comes and picks you up, that's where you lay until you rot.
I guess so, because we have funeral places. These people are here. They haven't moved from their spot. I wonder if they're gonna rot to bone here. I'm surprised. My people did good, man. They wrecked them. Who's this here?
Just wait until they come back with like metal swords and shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know where they came from. They just came out of the hills. I don't see like another camp out here or anything. If somebody was to stay alive, you know, I would have been able to see them go back to their camp. But I don't see anything out here. I see a rhinoceros. A woolly rhino. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, they had those. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a cool thing about this. It doesn't, like, tell you where they're at. I think they're supposed to be somewhere in Europe, because it's 10,000 BC, so Africa or Europe. But the cool thing about this is there's so many different types of animals in this game. So let's see, everybody should have enough. Yeah, everyone has enough clothing. We're in the winter right now. The last bit of production here. Good. All right.
You know, the only thing I hate about anime is that because most anime is from one or two things. It's either from a comic book or it's from this thing called a light novel. Basically, imagine like, have you heard of this book called Lord of the Rings?
Of course.
Yeah. So you know how like it's just pure words. The difference between a regular novel and a light novel is like in the light novel, I think it's like every 5 pages there will be one page where it'll be like a picture, you know how like in like the paragraphs it would be describing the scenes of how they're like going about in the book. Well, there'll be one, like every 5 pages, and the page would like be depicting what the words are talking about. And so basically, a lot of anime is either from a light novel or it's from a comic book. And so like most anime, they will only have like 12 or 13 episodes at most. It's only once you start talking about like, Dragon Ball, Naruto, Sailor Moon, those type of animes where they be like having like 1,000 episodes per season that there's more than 13 episodes. Yep.
So, I was looking up how TV episodes work. Do you know that for every season, it used to be they would run 10 episodes for every season, but now they've bumped it up to 13 episodes for every season. Now, like when I first started Real Talk Radio, I went 45 episodes before I changed to season 2. Now, if I did it like television, then basically workload is too high. Oh, how did the workload get too high? So basically, you guys have to farm, God forbid. Farm. Alright, here. I'm going to knock some stuff. Nope, there's no task, so it's not that. What is there too much farming? God forbid you people should do too much farming. The fuck's wrong with you lazy fucks? What was I gonna say? What was I saying?
There's something about TV episodes.
Oh yeah, so I was like, right now we're at episode 19. Technically it should be episode 20, but since we didn't broadcast on Sunday, it's episode 19. So, if I was to say go to episode 22 and then start a new season, or maybe I should start the new season on March 1st. Would that be? I'll go as many episodes as I can up to March 1st and make that season 3, episode 1. not like it really matters because nobody gives a shit, but I do because it's fun, and I otherwise I would be broadcasting anyway, but not talking about anything, just letting gameplay roll out like other people do, right?
Yeah.
Some structure.
I
Yeah, it adds
remember
a little structure,
earlier.
exactly.
I remember earlier you said something about you wanted to get a job like this or something like that, and they said you were overqualified
Yeah,
for it. Like, how the hell can you be overqualified for any job?
right? Because sometimes you can be. There are people that have gone to school their whole life, gotten all the way up to PhD, and have tried to gone in and get a just a work at McDonald's or something, just because they need to feed their family. They can't get a job in their field. They're considered overqualified. I mean, let's say for me, okay, I wanted to work in Market 1. There's Market 1, 2, and 3. That's Los Angeles, Dallas, Texas, and New York. Well, I don't live in New York, and I don't live in Dallas. I live in Los Angeles. So when I was going to Los Angeles looking for work, they would tell me that I'm underqualified. You need to work in smaller market, before. Oh well. A new human has arrived. All right, we got 24 people now. All right, we could build up and try it for some more people. It looks like we have an abundance of food. We got our hay. Hey, we're the monkeys. People say we monkey around.
Okay, I know this anime right here is gonna be stupid as shit. It's called "Do You Love Your Mom and Her Two-Hit a Multi-Tier Target Attacks." This shit's fucking it sounds so stupid.
Wait, what the hell did you just say?
Okay, I'm gonna repeat it. So I pay for this service called Funimation. It's basically anime, and they got some weird ass anime titles for their anime. And so I'm gonna repeat it slowly for you to understand. Do you love your mom and her two-hit multi-target attacks? That's legit the anime name.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying to myself.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. This is why I only stick to Dragon Ball. That's actually why I'm paying for Funimation, is so I can watch all the series of Dragon Ball. I try not to watch random shit like that.
Interesting.
They actually, believe it or not, there's some anime that started off as a hentai, but like a hentai game, and then they turned into a regular anime. It's weird because this one right here called Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade. Like that, I heard about it. I obviously don't watch hentai, by the way. I heard that started off as a hentai game on the PS2, and then they sometime between 2002 and 2004, they turned it into a regular old-fashioned comedy anime. Yep.
Boar has escaped. Ooh, look at that. I've got plants growing. Very cool. Deer has escaped. First animal hunted, deer. Have to get to 7 before we can get to the next thing here. Fortifications. Required for palisades, gates, wooden platforms, watchtowers, walls, sword making, well digging, thatching. That's what we need to learn. We need to learn thatching next, so we can start getting some better structures. We started planting now. We're in Neolithic time, so we started planting. So now we've got plants growing here. So I did for this game, Dawn of Man, I did a whole 2-hour tutorial, and then I did one episode in it. Then I realized that it can be a very boring game for people. For me, I enjoy it because it sort of gives me sort of a meditation time, I guess. It's actually kind of cool. I like doing this type of stuff. I like this whole micromanagement type. I like playing God here, you know. It's pretty cool. Pretty soon, I mean, we're not going to migrate out, but we can venture out. 23 out of 20.
Are there woolly mammoths in that game?
Oh yeah, woolly mammoths. If I slow it down and I go searching for animals, I'll tell you what there are. There is a Megaloceros, which to me looks like an adult male buck. Reindeer type.
I know that. It's an orc as well.
Yeah, Megaloceros. Okay, so that's that group there. Let's venture out and see what else we got around here. What is that? That's flint. Well, everything's like color coded in here. Like an animal that's red is an animal you do not want to mess with. Like this guy. This guy's a mammoth. And this is an old female mammoth, and she's orange colored. There is an ibex. There is a woolly rhino. What is this? This is a wild donkey. What is this here? A boar. Another woolly rhino. These are ibex. Look like mountain goats.
Yeah.
Another boar. Haven't seen any monkeys, but then we're in a forest, so we're gonna get more like forest type animals. What is this? More Megalosaurus. Wild donkeys. There's hyenas. There's bison. There's wolves, coyotes. So these are bison here. Mouflon, Mouflon. I don't know what that is. Some other type of mountain goat thing. What is this right here? Hyena. Hyenas. There's that. A bear. A baby bear. A young male bear. And of course, different seasons brings in different critters as well too.
Oh.
What we got over here? We got horses. Wild horses. And eventually we'll be able to domesticate some of these critters as I get, higher up in the world, in the food chain here. Now I always forget where the hell I live. What are these right here? These are mammoths. So right now I'm zoomed in on mammoths. Let me see if I can. Oops.
Man, look at all this weird ass anime. Man, this shit never ends.
Let's see what the life of an adult female mammoth is. We will watch her as she lives. We'll just watch on her for a little bit. Just kicking back, hanging out. Went right through that elephant. The baby elephant. Yeah. Hey, Primate, you still with us, or have you passed out?
No, I'm still here. I was actually about to say I gotta actually take off. I got my crew's blowing me up to play some water.
Yeah, no worries, man. Oh, this is what I do Monday through Friday. I have different shows. And like I said in the last couple of probably weeks have been playing Fortnite, and I'm not interested in that right now. So, yeah. Oh, they got the sound and everything.
Yeah, maybe I'll catch you. On another show.
Yeah, all right, Primate 42. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks
for the Daily High here. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Y'all have a good one.
All right, take care, buddy. I am watching her eat out of the tree. And yeah.
This anime came out in 1994.
I have no idea where my peoples are. I don't know. I have lost. Every time I go venturing off, I forget where they all live. There's a lot. There's a humongous map for these games. Humongous map. So, obviously don't live down this river. Maybe it's over here. Let's see. Oh, that's the lake, so it's got to be down over here somewhere. And we're lost. There's a way to center it back on the map. I don't remember how to do it. Here it is. We're back. And we're back.
What's that? How do you pronounce that detective? I think you pronounce it noir. And
film noir. That's the black and white kind of.
Yeah. They have an anime called that. What is this? Is that the N-word, noir, or whatever you want to call it?
Noir, N-O-I-R.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's. I mean. I think that came around like the 20s or 30s or the 40s or something. I don't know, that type of grainy black and white, the way that they angle the cameras and stuff.
And if you watch enough anime, believe it or not, they have changed how the graphics looks over the years.
Right.
Like, so basically in 2020, you can tell the difference between an anime that came out in 2020 from an anime that came out in 2005, and you'll be able to tell from an anime that came out in 2005 to an anime that came out like between 2000 and 2001, and you'll be able to tell whether it came out from 2000 and 2001 from the the 90s and 80s, because they all look different from the over every 10 years. It's crazy. Yeah, but they're not bad looking. You just can tell like the whatever the program they use to animate the anime characters, it has gotten better. Like I'm looking at this one right now that came out in 2001. That looks way better than than this other anime that I just said that came out in 1994. But it's that the one that came in 2001. It doesn't look as good as the one that came out in 2013, though.
That's cool.
It is cool. It just shows you how much technology has improved. But this anime, they stopped at episode 5. It's weird. Actually, my bad. I take that back. It just shows 5 episodes, but when you click on it, there's 26 episodes. Oh, that's another thing. Depending on how good an anime, it will either have just 12 episodes, or if it's popular but not too popular, it might have up to 26. But if it's really good, it will have more than 2 seasons. But the best animes are the ones that have an 8, 9, or even 30 seasons. It's crazy.
That's cool.
But sadly, there's quite a bit of anime that are actually good, but they only made 12 episodes. This one came out in 1987. You were alive for that one.
That's when I graduated high school.
Yeah, look at that. You can tell it's from the 80s, how it looks. This one right here that's from the 1987 is called Zillion. And the description says, Humanity's best chance for survival rests upon 3 young soldiers wielding powerful handheld weapons called Zillion. And they're basically like big ass swords. Not all anime, believe it or not, is weird. That one where I was reading off to, that was something like, does your mom have a multi-hit target or something? You know, it was some weird title. That one right there is going to be a weird one, but this one doesn't look that bad.
These fucking people, dude. These fucking people here. Well, you guys broke the shit. You guys make it work.
Ugh. Mobile Suit Gundam. Oh, that's a good anime. Never watched it, but that's been out since like the 90s.
Right, and we have a video game. Well, we don't, but in the PlayStation Store they have a video game for Mobile Suit Gundam,
Yeah.
which is kind of like Titanfall, but a slightly. They look a lot different in Titanfall.
Yeah, it's a mech anime.
Right.
I don't remember the show, but like I was between 2000 and I want to say 2004. There was a show like Gundam, Mobile Suit Gundam, but it was basically just like Gundam, but they called it something different. So I really enjoyed it. That's why I know a Mobile Suit Gundam is not a bad show. I just never watched it.
Huh.
Oh, this one says 300 years after the end of the great conflict known as the Calamity War, a new government system has brought an era of peace to Earth. Wow, 300 years. There used to be a really good what do you call it? A mech game on the PlayStation system. Well, they I don't think they brought it over to the PS3. They may have, but I know they didn't bring it over to the PS4. It was called what was that game? What was it? I just was thinking about it.
Which one was that?
What was it? Not Ace Combat. That's the flying game. But basically, it was just like a Gundam, but instead of being an anime game, it was just like a mech game where like you control a robot, and like the Earth was like basically destroyed by nuclear war, and all of humanity wasn't governed by like governments. It was governed by 7 corporations,
Okay.
and all of them except for like 2 were evil. And when I say the whole Earth was like being controlled by the corporations, I literally mean like you don't get paid in cash by the corporations you work for. You don't get to eat or have a place to sleep unless you work for a corporation. And basically, all but 2 of them wanted start another war which would destroy humanity, and you and this other corporation had to fight against the other couple of corporations that are evil. I used to remember. I had the 4th game. I don't remember the name, but I do know it's on the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One. They didn't make a game for the PS4. I know I told you about it one time. I just don't remember the name, which is unfortunate.
Fucking wolf attack.
And that's exactly why in North America that there's not many left, because we killed them all.
Right?
We got tired of their bullshit, so back in the 17 to 1600s, we pretty much exterminated them.
Those mother sons of bitches.
Yep. But think in this way, we no longer have to worry about getting attacked by a wolf in the middle of the day no more. It fucked up the ecosystem because now there's many animals that aren't being controlled by them, but we don't have to worry about being devoured by with them no more.
Right.
Yep.
Damn it! Why did I just fucking lost the? Why did you put it all the way over here?
What the hell?
What's 3 divided by 18?
I don't know. I need my calculator. I never was really truly good at math.
I'm terrible at math.
Yeah, basically, if my high school didn't allow us to use calculators when I was in high school, I probably would have just dropped out of high school because it's so much, so many formulas you would have to remember in your head.
Right.
Yep. But luckily, everybody in my high school was allowed to use a calculator because of the ridiculous amount of problems he had to do. Look at all these animes. Street Fighter Assassin Fist. I can't believe they made an anime out of Street Fighter game.
Oh, they had a movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme, a Street Fighter movie. That was in the 80s or 90s.
Nice.
You never seen that movie?
Never seen it.
It's probably better off. It couldn't have been any better than the movie with The Rock, the Doom movie with The Rock in it. Oh my God!
I thought for a second you were going to talk about the Mortal Kombat movie they made years ago.
And the Mortal Kombat movie as well. These are the movies you take off your resume.
Yeah, I seen the Mortal Kombat movie at my my friend's house that I know in real life, but I personally wouldn't buy that movie.
Our dog has died. Possibly of old age, I don't know.
Oh. This is a movie. What is this? Oblivion Island. What year did this come out? This came out in 2010. No, 9. Yeah, there we go. Remember how I was telling you different years you can tell how they improved it?
Yeah.
This one's an old fucking movie. Oh yeah, since I'm talking about anime, they do have hentai games on the PS4, I think, but they're only in Japan. As in, like, you would have to have a PlayStation 4 that you have that was either bought in Japan, or you would have to go there and buy one to be able to play like their hentai games. I know they have them. Cause why not? I mean, they have hentai on the internet. What I do know for a fact, though, is that half of I wouldn't even say half. There's a lot of PlayStation 4 games that never made it over to North America. That much I know for a fact. And I know some of those games are probably hentai games.
And those are the porn games, right?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I mean, I want to buy them on the PlayStation 4 anyway. That's just weird, but I'm just, pointing out that, they have them and that they don't sell it over here in North America.
Right. Why do these people refuse to build anything? What is going on here? Why are these people not building anymore?
Oh, this is Toho.
Toho, the dancing mule?
No, Toho is the company that owns the rights to the Godzilla. You know Godzilla?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the company that owns the rights to Godzilla, Toho.
Interesting.
Well, that's how I pronounce it. I'm not even sure if that's how you pronounce Toho, but I'm pretty sure that's the right way. It's Thoh.
Thoh.
No, Toho. My bad. Sorry, I had a retard moment.
That's fine. Retard moments are good.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's Japanese, right? Japanese made Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not 100% on how that all works. So.
In Japan, my uncle, when he went last year, in Tokyo, they had this district. I'm gonna how you say mispronounce it really horribly, but it's a place called Akihabara. Basically, if you're like one of those weeaboo anime like geeks, you go there and there's like just like store after store as far as you can see of just anime related shit, man. And in one of the buildings, they have a big ass Godzilla that occasionally roars, and I like you can see it on YouTube. And he went over there. It's crazy.
That's great. That is great. That sounds cool, though.
It is. It is cool. Yep. But it's expensive over there in Japan, though. You think it's bad in California? It's worse there in terms of like having a place to live. It's cheaper on the countryside.
Right.
And it's funny though because like sometimes like in anime, like in Dragon Ball, well not Dragon Ball wouldn't have it. In the Dragon Ball universe, they have their own fake money currency. But in some anime, they use like the Japanese yen, and like there'll be like stuff on like billboards that'd be like $1,800 yen, like 1,800 yen, which I don't remember how much it was, but just for the sake of the argument, I just say it was $8. And like for a regular Japanese person, 1,800 yen is a lot of money to waste on like a menu at a restaurant. But if you convert it to U.S. dollars, that's really cheap. But I'm like, wow. I assume in Japan, if you have a lot of money and you like become a citizen there, like from the U.S., it's really cheap to live. But if you're a Japanese citizen, it's not so much.
Interesting. You know what you need to open up?
What?
You need to open up one of those hentai bars in L.A. that's like the maid bar, but like different.
Oh,
type of
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The maid cafes. Hell no, that's weird.
But people get off on fetish. They would totally dig a place. I mean, I know they've got places like that in L.A. anyway. So
yeah, they got to. You're on the West Coast near Japan. It's called maid cafes, and that's basically one big fetish where they call you master and serve you.
Damn right.
I see many videos just for the amusement. It's really weird that how like some middle-aged Japanese men go get entertained by that.
Right.
It's really awkward. And I heard from like some small research I did that some of the Japanese women that work there, they're embarrassed that they work there and try to hide it from from their friends that they work there. And I'm like, why would you work there if you know you don't like working there?
Right.
Yep. Oh man, I do know at comic con comic book conventions, they have that type of like restaurant at those. So if you ever go to Comic Con, you might see a maid cafe.
I like it.
You know, another funny cafe I would not mind going to just for the amusement. There's this one cafe in Japan and at the Comic Con conventions where they cuss you out and be rude to you. It's
What's
funny
that?
as shit. I don't remember the name, but basically they basically you pay them to treat you like shit as a customer. It's just funny as shit. Yeah, that shit is weird but funny.
That is bizarre.
It is. My best friend, when they had Comic Con in Maryland, like I couldn't go that day because I had tests, college tests, and like he said that they were abusing the hell out of him, like talking shit about him. It was funny. Oh, this might be a good movie right here.
18. So let's check. I don't have enough houses, but I can't. These people refuse to build. I don't know why this is happening. She got nothing to sell me. These people refuse to build any storage, any housing, or anything. I don't know why. I don't understand it. Explain it to me. I like the little language these people speak, though. It's pretty cool. Hell is making noise over here? Guy's chopping down this tree right here.
This is some crazy CGI type animation.
Yeah?
This reminds me of the Animatrix. And yes, they did make an anime version of the Matrix. It came out literally like so. Basically, the Matrix came out in like '99 in the summertime. The anime Matrix came out just before the second Matrix, which was what do you call it? Matrix Reloaded. Like it also came out in the summertime as well, but in 2002, I think. But in a way, it was literally like anime.
Okay.
What kind of weird shit is this? Oh. Hope this is not a weird ass anime movie. Because they do occasionally have well, they do have movies. You just got to read the description to find out whether it's a movie or not.
Yeah?
Yep, I own two anime movies, but before I buy anything anime related, I try to like see if there's any weird shit in it so I can avoid it. Yep. Did this lady die? No, she's okay. This is the one thing I would never understand about Japanese society is why do like the students in middle school, the female students, why do they wear like dresses when it's fucking like snowing outside? And that's like me wearing shorts when it's 20 degrees out in Virginia.
Hmm.
Now, I have nothing against, the Japanese society and culture. It's just some things are just a little awkward, in my opinion. And yes, this is not me being a weeaboo. The female students in middle school and high school, they do wear skirts throughout the whole year.
Okay.
That one, yes, that one I knew even when I was in middle school. I learned about that from my friend. They do like the female students starting in middle school and basically up until graduation, they do wear skirts around like throughout the whole year. It doesn't matter if it's raining. It doesn't matter if it's snowing. They're wearing that shit.
I like it.
Yep. But there are some weeaboos that believe everything they see in anime is in real life. Like, for example, there's some dumbass weeaboos believe that, like the Japanese people, they have multicolored hair like in anime. They don't. They're weird if they believe in that shit. It's weird.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, this is okay. Oblivion Island. Haruka and the Magical Mirror. Huh. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's okay. I stopped at the 5 minute mark. I got bored of it.
Hmm. And there goes the end of the.
In
End of
19th
the anime.
century China, Kuai Jin's opposition to tyranny led her to the executioner, but her determination changed a nation forever. Huh. It's funny how, like, in history, when they say, for example, the 19th century, they're not actually talking about, like, 1900. They're actually talking about the 1800s and everything else. It's
Right.
crazy. That always confused me in history. And another thing, like, when they talk about the 20th century, they're not talking about, the 2000s. They're talking about the 1900s.
Right. Oh. Oh, what did I just lose? Was that a house? Oh no, it was a tree. Okay. You guys ever gonna build your houses up, or you just gonna sit there and not do anything, you fucking bastards?
This anime came out in 1998. I was alive for that shit.
Right. Megalosaurus.
Wait a minute, is that a dinosaur?
It looks like a giant buck.
Oh yeah, okay, I remember. Yeah,
Oh.
it's the reindeer looking Like,
Yeah, big
uh,
giant reindeer looking thing. Yeah.
yeah. I heard and realized they found evidence that cavemen used to eat those.
I would think so.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shinobi. Two clans have set aside their ancient differences as their heritage. The clans have been fallen in love. Okay. Okay, I think I'm in the live action portion of Funimation. Okay, so Funimation is actually a free service. Like, when I changed my password last night, I do it like I change my passwords, like like every once in a while, like just to keep it like secure. And like apparently, you can watch these TV shows completely free of charge, but I heard that they have so many ads that you basically would want to pay the $5. But yeah, you don't have to technically pay for this service, but if you don't want to have to deal with an ad every 5 minutes, you kind of have to pay.
Right.
Alien versus Ninja, 8 years ago, 2009. What kind of weird shit is this? In medieval Japan, savage aliens crash a force full of fierce ninja who will win
Dude,
the
my people
succeed.
just fuck these raiders up.
No, that's good.
Raiders killed times 5.
Another anime from 2009. Corpse Princess. What the fuck?
So like the Corpse Bride?
Corpse Princess. I don't know how to pronounce her name, so I'm gonna skip her name. Is one of the living dead. If the girl is to ever find peace, she must hunt down and destroy her own kind. Okay.
These people whose bodies are still here. You have no storage left because you won't build the fucking storage, you stupid motherfuckers. Hell is wrong with you people?
Oh, My Hero how you say this? My Hero Academia. That's a really good anime. Basically, in that anime, it's basically like everybody has superpowers, like the Justice League or the
Okay.
Avengers. But they go to school to learn how to get like stronger and everything. But throughout the anime, there's because every hero has also a villain, so there's also villains that attack the academy, and so they gotta fight it out every once in a while. But I like it. I watched the whole first season and halfway done with the second season.
That's dope.
Yep. Another one that I also watched that's just like My Hero Academia is called A Certain Scientific Railgun. It's literally the exact same shit, but not as good. And if you're wondering why it's called a scientific railgun, the main character, which happens to be a female, she has this power where she can use electric, and she can turn any objects like shoot it with electric like a railgun.
Okay.
Like if she would pick up like a pebble off the ground, she could shoot it so fast it could kill you like a bullet just using electric.
So huts hold 4 people instead of the 3 people of the little houses. I can't get these fucking people to build these houses to save my life. But I guess they don't want
Uh,
them.
Have you ever seen Star Wars: The Force Awakens?
No. What's that?
Well, it's a Star Wars movie. It's technically it's the what is it? The seventh movie. But I brought it up because recently in Star Wars Battlefront 2, which I own,
Right.
there's a little robot. His name is BB-8. He's the round robot that like he's basically a basketball.
Right. I've seen those.
They brought him in Star Wars Battlefront. I seen a funny battle that went down between Darth Vader and BB-8, the little ball robot.
Okay.
And Darth Vader died because he got killed by BB-8. And that's like getting killed by a hamster that's in a hamster ball shooting electric at you. Like, and Darth Vader's supposed to be like one of the strongest characters in the Star Wars universe, and he gets killed by a hamster ball basically. That had me dying.
But see, the Darth Vader will live forever, right? Darth Vader is like one of these characters, like in Destiny, that nobody ever dies. You just keep getting rebirthed or reborn, or maybe they smoke the really good weed.
Okay, so basically, as far as BB-8 goes, Darth Vader has been dead for I think 20 years now. So they would never have gotten never met each other. And plus, even if they would have met each other, Darth Vader would have just crushed him, on the site, on spot. He would never got a chance to do something stupid like that. It's just that the company that EA that made Star Wars Battlefront 2 put all these characters that would never have a chance to meet each other because they were either dead or they're 30 years apart.
That's crazy.
Yeah, for example, in the 1999 Star Wars the Phantom Menace, there's this one dude that has this double-bladed lightsaber. His name is Darth Maul. He gets cut in half, 30 years before this other character in Star Wars: The Force Awakens called Rey ever gets a chance to meet him. Right. And yet you can fight Darth Maul against Rey, which doesn't make any sense because he's been dead for over 30 years, and she was just born 30 years later.
Which again is why it doesn't make none of it makes any sense, you know.
Yes, in the original Star Wars Battlefront 2, which came out in 2006, it only had characters from the correct time periods. So you would only fight Darth Vader in in his timeline, and you would fight other people from the Clone Wars, which is a different timeline. And this, they just jumbled them all together, not caring about the storyline.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I said when I first played Star Wars Battlefront 2 when it came out.
Amazing, right? Oh my God! Look who it is.
We got a panda, everybody. We got a panda.
A midget panda 815 has joined us. But I don't think her mic is on because I don't hear anything.
Hello.
I hear a panda.
Yay!
So, Panda, what was this cryptic message you sprawled all over Twitter?
Oh, hold on. I gotta figure out which one it was. It's not probably what most people are thinking.
Okay.
Okay, so this morning I go to work because, it's my job to go to work.
Right.
And the property manager, who is absolutely horrible, and if you're streaming, I don't care if she hears this.
Okay.
So, fuck you, person. So I get there, and she's like, oh, we don't need you anymore. And I'm like, what? And she goes, they didn't contact you? Meaning the temp agency. And I was like, no one contacted me. And so she's like, yeah, we don't need you anymore. And I was like, so do I go home? So I went home. I called my temp agency, and they're like, yeah, we haven't heard anything. They never contacted us. So, yeah. So then I contacted the regional manager of the place that I was temping at, and she's like, yeah, we contacted ALAS last week. And I'm like, okay, but then why wasn't I notified Friday?
kind of messed up.
Yeah, so I was really bummed. So now I'm like without a job, except for the movie theater. And thankfully, someone was like, "Yeah, you can pick up my shift tonight." So I worked like 4 hours at the movie theater. So.
So the Section 8, I mean, the company that you worked for with the Section 8, they didn't need you anymore?
Right.
Is it a seasonal job? I don't understand.
No, I was temping. So it was basically like temping
you were
until
temping.
until they found somebody, and they haven't found somebody yet. They're still interviewing for the position. And so, but the property manager, who will remain unnamed, was like, "Oh, we can handle it, so we are no longer needing her." And the assistant manager had no idea.
Okay.
And so the assistant manager went to the property manager and was like, "Why?" And so she's like, "If you want to know, just go ask Jess." Well, I was like, they gave me no reason.
Huh.
So, yeah.
It's fucking weird.
So it's real shady, and like, I knew it was going to end. Like, I knew like it wasn't going to be a permanent position because I knew they were looking for someone that had more experience, which is completely fine. Like, I understand, but at least give me some notice, like,
right.
You know.
Yep. You gotta be careful. Like when I heard a lot of jobs, they monitor their employees' like social media accounts, to make sure they're not saying shit inappropriate.
Oh, but I don't. Like, my tweets are very, like, not direct. They don't know what it's about. So it's like, it could be about it, but it might not be.
Which is kind of messed up because I don't think your employees should be monitoring your private, like shit like that.
You would think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so, like, my tweets were like, "How do you bounce back from this? I mean, it's shady, sure, I knew it was going to end, but really, to not give me any kind of notice, it's just not." And then I was like, "So, now that I don't have a job, please support me by looking at my website and buying something. Buying something helps pay my bills, put gas in my car, and helps me pay for groceries."
Yeah, that's kind of how things work in the world, right?
I just got your tweet. Why are you being so cryptic?
Yeah, right? Hello.
I'm sorry. I know. I probably scared my boyfriend because are you guys playing Fortnite or no?
I'm not. I'm playing I'm Don Man, and he's playing where were you? You still playing GTA or what are you playing?
No, I'm playing Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Oh, that's right, Star Wars.
Oh, okay. But I know, like, I probably scared my boyfriend because I was like, I feel like such a failure. Like, I feel like I failed myself.
But it was
now
just
I feel like I'm
job.
not. I know, but I was like, to not give me any kind of notice, and like the fact that I worked so hard to like even get into that position, like to have that job, like I poured my heart into it. Like I've grown close with some of the residents, so now it's like now I don't have that anymore, and it's like it was like heartbreaking. So I was like, I'm a failure. Like I'm not good enough for this job. Like to have them not give me any notice. Like if they would have told me Friday, I probably would have been fine and went on about my day. I would have been like, okay, like let's start new next week. Like Monday we start fresh. But to have me like go, I think it was 30 miles. Let's see, I can check.
It was probably one of the people in the office. They probably got rid of your ass on purpose.
No, I knew they did. It was definitely the property manager because she doesn't like me. Yeah, so 26 miles. I didn't do anything to piss her off.
I mean, basically,
she's the one that came in with sweatpants on. And like the one that's like not professional, and the one that left me a temp there by herself who doesn't know like 100% how to do the job. Left me there by myself for 3.5 hours.
But when it comes to working, if somebody is in a higher position and they don't like you, they would do everything in their power to try to like get you fired. They don't need a reason to fire if they don't like you.
Oh yeah, trust me, I know.
That's
So
why,
yeah.
like, at work, I keep my mouth shut and try not to piss off my manager.
Oh no, like that's what I do at work too. Like today, like at the movie theater, my manager was like, "Yeah, just make sure you come ready to work and you make sure that you check with whoever's closing tonight that you're good to go." And I was confused by that because I went up to him and I was like, "So did someone like say something that like I didn't do anything?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Was it about the drains? Because I did the drains, like I was showed how to do the drains. It was just um they're stained." And I did do them, like she showed me how, and I did check with Cheyenne before I left. So,
Hey,
and he's like,
are you one of the people at the movie theaters that cooks the food?
"I don't cook the food. I make the drinks for the people inside the theater."
Like when you say drinks, you mean like soda or alcohol?
No, drains, like,
Drains.
yeah.
Oh,
So,
drains. My bad.
it's okay.
Oh,
But,
so you're a plumber.
no, like scrubbing the drains, like making sure they're clean. But I do make drinks, yes.
Nice.
So, yeah. And so I guess like the one girl was like, "Oh, she didn't do them, like I asked her to." So I'm just like, "Okay, but I did." So, I mean, it was just a big misunderstanding. But it's all good now. And
Yep.
I told my manager, I was like, "I just wanted to make sure I wasn't in trouble because this is the only job I have now." Oh shoot, I'm getting shot at. Where is this shooter coming from?
Where? I demand
I don't know. I want to know. I hear them.
She wants to know, champ. She hears them.
And I see oh shit, he's right there. Gotcha.
It's a good thing you haven't found PUBG.
Oh, because you wanted that legendary chest, which only had a
Chatawoo.
purple pump shotgun. Don't mind if I do, even though I suck at pumps.
That's an interesting song you're singing.
Let me sing my song. I'm pissed, okay?
You're allowed to be pissed.
Thank you.
You would think they would call you and tell you basically not to come back no more. That's kinda fucked up.
Exactly! That is my point. That is like my whole entire point. Like, I even saw the regional manager on Friday. She came in to drop something off, and like, you would think, like, if they didn't need me, like, they would have said something then. But they didn't. And so it's just like, it was really like shady. It was like, okay, so why wasn't I why didn't you tell me Friday? Like, why did you have me wait until I get there Monday morning, ready for work? Like, they knew I had to leave early because I had an interview today. It was...
Yeah, that lady probably fucked you over to get rid of your ass.
Oh, no, I know she did. But you know what? She can choke on her ramen for all I care.
Yeah.
Nice.
She would, like, bring her ramen, which is cool. Like, you can bring what you want. No big deal. But don't leave it, like, your dirty dishes out.
Sounds like Midget Panda needs to just roll up a big fatty boom batty.
Oh my god, that
Smoke
would be
it,
so
and then
amazing.
Chill. TFO.
I know, I need to chill the fuck out. That's fine.
No! I was trying to be non-abrasive. 1013 needs to bring back some kung pao shrimp for me. I haven't had kung pao shrimp for a while because they said that all fish that was coming from China basically was killing everyone. So
Yeah.
You know, if all fish coming back is killing everyone, then can't eat it. But you figured that if they cook it really well enough, it shouldn't kill us all, right?
Right. Because all the bacteria should be cooked off.
And the parasites will be dead.
Right, you would think.
Yeah.
I mean, if you cook it right and if you cook it at the right temperature, then yeah.
Yeah, you don't have nothing to worry about, basically.
I have enough.
Unless, of course, it's highly contaminated with mercury, then there's nothing you can do. That's the only thing you unfortunately can't cook out of it is the mercury.
Okay, let's get mud out of here. And
So,
here.
I don't get The Sims 4. Like, I have my house. Oh my god, where are you shooting at me from? Oh, you're inside the house.
Okay. You have your house, right?
So, and it won't let me do anything else.
You're supposed to go out and, like, meet people, I guess. I'm trying to get these people to build.
How can I say it?
Oh shit.
Basically, it's the type of game where you can fantasize about having your own house and then just having your own family, and then that family just meets out other people. It's
I know, but I mean, I have my house. It's just I don't have anything else. Like, I have my house. That's it.
Oh, like, you're supposed to decorate it.
I know, but like, it won't let me. Like, I don't know how to get it to that point.
I never even did a tutorial, so I don't know either. I'm in like the like I do know like everything's unlocked for me. Like I could just put the furniture in and all of that. I just haven't been playing it. It's boring. The last time I played it, I put the toilet outside and had the people go outside. I sent you the photo of Rabbit Chimp and you liked it. You know, on the PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, like you can legit put the toilets outside. And of course, they blur it out, of course, but you can make them go like to the bathroom outside. It's kind of weird.
It's kind of weird.
You can also lock them in the rooms, and they would just eventually fall for dead.
Yeah, if they starve to death and stuff. Basically, what happens in this game here. If they don't eat, they'll fall over dead.
Yep.
You guys gonna build your houses? You're just gonna stay here and die?
Oh shit, so many people are coming over here. But I don't think I've ever been over here. Misty Meadows. I'll go to this house.
So did that Section 8 complex, like I don't know this. I've never been to a Section 8 complex, but some people told me that some of those Section 8 complexes, they look kind of ghetto. Was that did that look kind of ghetto by any chance?
It was in West Dallas, so I will let you look up what West Dallas looks like, and you can judge that for yourself.
Okay, so I'm just gonna assume that means yes.
Yeah. There was a shooting last week.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I'm kind of glad to get out of there because like it was a dangerous part of town.
Yeah. There's a Section 8 complex on the other side of my city where I live,
Mhm.
and it's also a rough area, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. A lot of drugs.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, it's sad that those poor people live like that.
it really is. And they don't know any better. They don't, and that's the sad thing.
Y-
They don't know.
Yeah, yeah, but I never understood why the poor people they would rather buy drugs than just save their money and try to get out of there.
Because they want to keep abusing the system. A lot of them have jobs, and when they find out that your rent's going to go up when you get a job because you're making money, they
Yeah.
quit their job because they don't want to pay rent.
Oh man, that's a terrible life to live in because people be like
Yeah.
checking up on you, telling you how much you can only have. That's not a kind of
I
life
mean,
most.
you can work as much as you want, you can have as much money as you want. The rent's just gonna go by your income. And some
Yeah.
people, which I don't understand like why someone would do this because and especially in the apartments that I was in that was built 50 years ago, they weren't nice at all. They were very run down, just like not pretty, if I may. They weren't appeasing at all. Like they were just a place to live basically.
Yeah, a roof over your head, basically, top
Yeah.
situation.
And so I'm like, that's fine and well to have just somewhere to live, but I don't know why you would want to pay market rent when you could be paying cheaper somewhere else.
Yep.
Because market rent is not always going to be your rent. There's like places that have let's say market rent's 1,500. You could find a nice 2-bedroom home for 1,200.
Oh yeah. There's
Wait, I'm
some
sorry.
around
Where
here like
now?
that.
Where do I go for this place?
I don't know, but
Uh, uh,
they're around. Like you just have to know where to look.
the cheapest market rent in my city, if you can find it, will be 1,300.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Oh my
You can't
god.
find a 1 bedroom under 1,000 where we were at. So
I mean, of course, I mean that is literally California. So I mean,
yeah,
you
California
guys
is
get
horribly expensive.
yeah, because you guys make more than most states.
Actually, we don't. We make less than most states. That's what doesn't make sense in this fucking place. Is the we make less in California, and everything is exorbitantly high. I'll be right back. I have to use the restroom.
I always thought the minimum wage was really high in California.
Yeah, I thought so too. But like the minimum wage might be high, but the cost of living is also high.
Yeah, but then you have to also remember, look all the rich people that live there. They can afford it.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think in 2020, California is not meant for the poor. I think it was always meant for the super dummy rich.
Oh yeah.
It's basically a rich people's playground. One time when I was at the store, I think it was food stamps. The lady had a couple kids. She used
Mhm.
the food stamps to buy just pure junk food, not real food.
Oh yeah. No, people do that all the time.
And I'm like, why are you abusing the system? I didn't say this out loud. I said it in
You're
my
just
head.
thinking it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, why are you wasting the money on pure junk like chips, candy, cookies, juice, nothing real food for the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's sad.
Yeah, it really is. And like being like working around in Section 8, like I see that a lot.
Yep. Yep. I bet you do, because there's some crazy shit you can see there.
I got some questions for you too, because you
What?
don't live in California. So, all right, I don't know if it's just California, if it's every state, but let me ask you a question. Should a doctor make the same amount of money as a beautician or a tattoo artist?
I think a doctor should make more money because he's the one
Yeah.
saving lives.
Yeah, same
But
here.
are they saving lives?
If you can afford it.
Some of them.
No, but all the other ones, what are
Now,
they
a
doing?
beautician, if you're going by someone who is working at a salon, they don't see half that money. Let's say it's for a master stylist, it's $150 to get your hair cut and dyed.
Okay.
They don't see half of that because you're going into the booth rental, and the booth rental, it's so much a month, and it's insanely expensive. And then you have your tips and everything, so it's basically like being a server.
Okay.
So that's like a cause, someone who does hair.
So I went into a beautician to ask her how much she would charge to make a few braids in my hair. She said, I charge $50 an hour.
Yeah, some people do that.
Yeah, but here's the thing, okay? A beautician to tell me that they charge $50 an hour. A doctor doesn't get $50 an hour. What the I just immediately turned around and said, yeah, I don't think so. I'll give you $7 an hour, like every other working fucking person. Not $50 an hour. You never even went to medical school. You're a fucking beautician. You're gonna make a braid in my hair. $50 an hour? You are on fucking crack.
Right?
What'd she say?
I didn't say all that, of course. I should have. I wanted to, but I didn't say all that.
It's ridiculous. And like tattoo artists, yeah, you're putting art on the body, and your art, definitely, like we're paying for your art, so absolutely charge whatever you think is best. It's like me with photography. I would charge maybe $1,000 to do a wedding, only because I'm just now starting out, as opposed to some people who charge well over $6,000 for photography for a wedding.
It's ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. Why would that person want you to pay him or her $50 an hour just to braid your hair? That's insane.
Yeah, it's
Because they're paying for the booth, they're paying for products that they use, they're paying for
So when you say booth, are you saying like a place where you get your hair cut?
yes, like a booth rental.
I thought when you go into those stores, they basically work for the company.
No. They're like, you have to rent those out. Maybe like Great Clips, like a place like that, or Hair Cuttery. But if you're going to like a salon, you're paying for those booths. Like they're like the people, like let's say I'm a hairstylist. I'm gonna have to pay them. I think it's something outrageous. Like sometimes it's $1,600 a week for those booths. And so you have people that split them. That will do, like, someone will take half and then the other person will take half, so the price is not as expensive, but yeah, they have to rent out those booths in order to...
I don't get that because you're just cutting hair. I always thought those people were just literally working for the company as they got paid by the hour.
No. I mean, they might make something like what servers do, but they're really working off their tips.
I never tipped those people, so I think there'd be some days when they don't get paid at all. It's kind of messed up now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Damn. Feel bad now.
And don't feel bad, because, like, you probably didn't know.
Yeah, because, like, I'll pay for, the haircut, like everybody else, and then that's it. I didn't know they were, basically waiters.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to educate people about this shit.
Now, it depends where you're going to get your haircut. Where are you going to get your haircut?
There's literally a hair cuttery like down the street from my house.
See, now hair cuttery, their booth rentals, they're going to be a lot cheaper than anywhere else. So I would say, yeah, like still tip them, but they're not going to be making
like a lot of money.
Right. Like they probably are getting hourly.
Yep. That's crazy. I didn't know also they had to buy their own like products to use on their hair.
Yeah, they have to buy the products. I mean, it's honestly so ridiculous, like what goes into.
You think you be if you're working for the company, they will give you the products for you to use on the customers.
Oh yeah, but they don't. Like my friend's in school right now, and so they like her kit cost her $3,000, and
you're spending more money to work there than you're actually making.
She's in school, so she's not really making anything. She's working off tips, but she's getting to the point where she won't have to work off tips, where she can make maybe a little bit more money. But yes.
That's still crazy, man.
It really is.
No wonder they tell you to go to college.
Go to college.
Yep.
God damn it, I'm stuck in this storm.
Do you know what's worse than being a hair cuttery person? Being a taxi cab, because you gotta buy your own cars, you gotta pay for the paint job, and everything.
Yeah. And it's also like being a photographer, like you have to buy your own lenses.
That of course is, like I knew that for the longest, but I never knew about the haircut people.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, now that I think about it, my high school teacher actually, she said she owns a haircut place, and now that I think about it, now I know why she said that her employees have to give like half their paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
That's now I connected the dots why she was saying that. That's still crazy though. Yeah. She offered me a job at her business when I was in high school, but I said her no. But I'm glad I said no because there's
Now,
no
you
way.
probably wouldn't have to give her half the paycheck. She would probably have you be like a shampoo boy or something that like wouldn't have you.
If I was a full-time worker or working for her, I mean, I still wouldn't like the idea of having to buy my own products to use at her own store just for me to give her half the money I make. That's not worth it.
I mean, would you be doing hair? Would you have been doing hair?
I don't know. I never asked her.
You probably would have been a front desk person, and like those people, they would not have to pay X amount of money.
Yeah.
So you would have been fine doing that. But now the hairdressers, yeah, they would have to pay.
Those are the people that does the women's hair, right? Like like
yes.
That's crazy. Yep.
I already got 3 kills in this game, and there's 18 people left.
Nice.
Ooh, what was that? Ooh, I got a bouncy trap.
I know for the women, I think on Little Billboard there is some sort of hair service that's like $150. Do you think they at least get $30 from that $150 to keep?
Probably.
That's still crazy though. Hey, hey, Rabbit Chimp.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know if you're allowed to answer this because you signed how do you say that? Confidentially?
Non-disclosure.
Non-disclosure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you used to do people's houses, did you ever see some weird shit like fetish type shit in their houses?
What do you mean by do people's houses?
Like do security work.
Oh. Yeah, I went into like a dungeon.
A sex dungeon.
A sex dungeon for dominatrixes. At the bottom, at the basement of a movie star mansion. And I said,
Oh,
yeah, I think
man.
it's time for us to go. I don't think we need to be here for this. Yeah, I'm sure the maid set the alarm off. Let's motor.
Oh man, I can't believe rich people have that shit. That's funny.
Well, some people do.
I know in Grand Theft Auto 4 and the DLC, the Ballad of Gay Tony, that one of the rich people in that game, they have a sex dungeon. It's weird.
Yeah.
They talk about it on the radio.
Oh, right. I think I remember. Yeah.
That's where I got the idea of asking about that weird question. But it's still funny though.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was like one of the security guards with you, I would probably be cracking up half the night just thinking about that shit. If I was there with you.
The crazy shit that you see.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking weird, bro. Pretty fucking weird.
Hey, I never signed one of those non-disclosure documents. Is it basically forever you can't talk about it, or is it like a certain amount of years?
I don't know how that works, honestly, because I hear people all the time in like court, you know, they'll start talking about, maybe there's yeah, I don't really know, bro. I really don't know.
Ah, man, because if there was a time limit and you had already passed the time limit and you knew about it, it would be funny as hell for you to talk about the funny things you heard about. I mean,
We have definitely advanced in our world here.
Ah, I'm getting shot at.
What time is it? I think how many hours have we gone broadcasting?
I think the two.
Shit.
We've done the 2-hour broadcast? Wow. We started at 4:45, right? I think.
Yep, I think so.
So in a few more minutes, we'll have completed the 2 hours. I know Panda has more to talk about.
Not really.
I gotta actually get off because I gotta get up early tomorrow, so I'm gonna be unfortunately leaving.
Okay.
Oh my
Well,
god, oh
we
my
can
god,
do
oh my
that.
god, oh my
We
god,
can-
oh my god, oh
I'll
my
come
god, oh my
play with you.
god.
Panda monkey, pandemonium,
Okay.
pandemonium. You should
Give me
change the
give
name.
me a minute, cause I'm like dominating at this game. I have
She's a
5
dominator.
kills and there's 8 people left in this game. Oh my
All
Could
about
this
the
be?
pandemonium.
god. Could this be my my second solo?
Could be. Everything James McAvoy ate to get massive for glass.
Holy shit!
Eat
What
like
was
a
that?
celebrity. Men's Health. You can suck a monkey's dick.
Oh shit! There's a whole bunch of activity going on over here. Oh shit!
What just happened? Workload is too high. You fucking.
I hit someone for 116. What the fuck?
Panda is playing Fortnite.
Ah! I placed number 7. I blew myself up. Oh my god. Why did I ready up?
Why did you ready up?
I don't know.
Bad Panda. Sit, roll over. Good Panda. I'm looking for it, and then I shall play it. Where is it? Outros. Here it is right here. All right, so we're going to play this. Well, thank you, Midget Panda 815, for joining us in your short amount of time. But that's totally cool that you showed up here. Because tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm glad I got to show up.
Yeah, tomorrow is Taco Tuesday, and we're going to need to know. Because we're in the know that need to know. Don't you know?
Yeah.
Know if you know, don't you know?
Don't you know that I know that we know that you know that I know?
That I know that you know that you know that I know.
Ooh.
Do you know that I know that you knew once that I knew that? Never mind. Anyway, thank you, Chimp Dim, for participating in the Daily High, and Primate 42, Black Dragon Ruler that popped in and popped out like a pimple. But it's all good. We had some people here, and now we're going to play this for you, and then we'll catch you tomorrow for Taco Tuesday. Assuming I can get an internet connection.
Thank you for tuning in to Real Talk, hosted by Rabbit Chimp 805. On Mondays, we broadcast the Daily High through YouTube and Twitch. Real Talk Chimp. Subscribe and follow. The Daily High, Mondays, hosted by Rabbit Chimp 805 on Real Talk.